Ooh, and I'm feeling good.
Hello, my lemon heads, and welcome back to the Lemonade Stand, or welcome if you are new. My name is Brianna. I am a certified personal trainer, a big, huge biology nerd, and a registered dietitian to be. We are assembled here today on this glorious of Mondays, or whenever you're watching this, for another segment of me reacting to / critiquing Beachbody workouts that you all send me while I educate you in the process. Before we proceed, if you love science-based health, wellness, and fitness education with some lulls and some dry sarcasm along the way, hit that subscribe button and join the Lemonade Stand. I would sure love to have you here. Without anything further, let's make lemonade. All right, so let's get started with this first one here. I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm not positive which program this first one is from, but I want to say it's a creation of Miss Calabrese because we are gonna see that pointless little ball being used. Let me rephrase that. The ball is not pointless. The way Autumn sometimes has people using it is pointless. See, I told you, in the context that she sometimes has people using it, it's pointless. So let's break down what's happening here. At first glance, she's just got a set of dumbbells in her hands, bending over, and then a bent over row. But then, like, other stuff is happening too. Weird stuff. She's spreading her arms out into kind of like a weird, like, reverse dumbbell fly position. But then she's folding her arms back in. Also, for some reason, the ball, she has that ball in between her thighs. I have several questions. What is this supposed to be? Is this a variation of a reverse fly? Is it a regular, like, dumbbell row, but you got busy halfway through and just didn't finish? What is the point of that ball between her thighs? These questions and more will be answered next week on my channel. I'm sorry. That just felt like I was doing that thing that, like, older TV shows do, where they leave you on a cliffhanger for the following week. But this is not that, because in that context, those questions are usually answered. And in this situation, those questions will probably not ever get answered. And next week, I will still be sitting right here in this spot, wondering why these workouts are the way they are, as I continue to just contemplate the vastness of the universe. We just got way off topic. Anyway, so yeah, I don't get the point of the ball. I don't get the point of her spreading her wings like that. I just don't get it. I definitely feel like this one probably burns, but I say this all the time, just because it's burning doesn't mean it's actually doing anything functional and doing anything to contribute to actual development of strength. In the past, after I've gone on several verbal tirades about that fucking ball, a couple people have commented and they'll say something like, well, the point of the ball in between the legs is to engage the inner thighs. And to that I say, okay, like, I get that. But the question I have is, why do I need to fire up my inner thighs? Why do I need to fire up my inner thighs at the same time that I'm doing, like, a bent over row reverse fly thing, whatever this is? Riddle me that! Anyway, I also realized, I'm not realizing this now, I realized this as I was working. I realized this as I was writing the script for this one. Every time we see that ball in between the thighs like that, I should show you guys, like, an effective way to train the inner thighs. Actually train them, not just, like, hold something in between your knees like that. Like, actually engage them. But that's not the exercise I filmed. I'll definitely add inner thigh exercise to the list, though. In the meantime, here's a normal dumbbell reverse fly. So keeping things really simple and effective here, I've got a set of dumbbells and I'm just doing rear delt raises. So have your dumbbells in each hand, bend over with your chest facing the floor, maintain a slight bend in your elbows and slowly raise the weights up. Be careful that you're not swinging them and that you're not going too fast. The thing about me doing this videos is I'm seeing myself now when I actually have some form critiques for myself. I think I should slow down just a little bit. Okay, so this next one is a really fun treat. Someone who I occasionally chat with in Instagram DMs happens to be a former Beachbody consultant / coach. And she actually dug up some old videos of herself doing some of the workouts. So she actually sent me 2 clips. The first one is her doing an exercise that just doesn't make sense, in my opinion. And the second one is actually from a local Beachbody event that she said she was at years ago. video. Now, it was not Summit. I remember because I asked. And for those who don't know, Beachbody Summit is an event that Beachbody holds annually, and it's basically just, you know, a lot of multi-level marketing companies have conventions, and it's basically just, I mean, I just see it as a way for them to just garner more revenue and get their reps to spend more money, because these events are not free for the reps. So, you know, one of those things. But she told me this was not Summit. She said that this was a local event called Saturday something, and I could not for the life of me remember exactly what it was. She told me, and I thought I took a screenshot of what she said, but I guess I didn't, and I just couldn't find our conversation again in Instagram DMs. You know, things just get lost in DMs. So I am sorry about that, but basically the way she explained it to me was it's a smaller local event where a bunch of Beachbody consultants just kind of get together, and they did a workout among other things, I assume. So that's what the second clip is. And as expected, the snippet of that clip that she sent me of this local event, the workout that they were doing was ridiculous, in my opinion. So we're about to take a look at the first one, and then I'll offer my commentary and everything for the first one. And also, just FYI, even though I was sent this directly and I know the person in the video because she said, this is me, I'm still going to stick to my protocol and still just blur her out. So what she's doing here is not crazy at all. I don't think it is. But the way she's doing it, or I should say the way she's being instructed to do it, is kind of silly, I think. So she's doing what I would call fire hydrants. I like fire hydrants. They're a fun way. I guess fun is... it's a loaded term. They're a great way to fire up your hip abductors, or like your outer glute area. I always do this when I talk about like hip abductors. I guess this is like a person, and then these are her hips, you know. She is thick. You know what I mean, hip abductor. But the thing that's weird about this is she's hovering on her toes, which is also just occurred to me, it's probably really uncomfortable on her toes. I have no doubt at all that this is difficult. But again, this is another one where it's just hard for the sake of being hard, as Dr. Davidson would say. It's cumbersome, and it's probably not even doing what it's supposed to be doing, which again is firing up like the outer glute hip abductor area. She looks like she's really struggling to stay up in that hover position. And also something of note is it's kind of tough to see, especially probably with the blur, but she has a resistance band around her legs. It's probably hard to see because it's blue, and then her leggings are also black, but she's got a resistance band on, which honestly I don't see any issue with. I think adding a resistance band is a really great way to add some resistance to your fire hydrants. But again, this hovering thing is pointless. It's just making it hard for no reason. So fire hydrants aren't stupid. Adding a resistance band to fire hydrants are not stupid, in my opinion. This weird hovering stuff, what's the point of it? I don't get it. I'll never know. No one will ever know. Here's an exercise that's not stupid. So I'm just getting set up to do pretty much the same thing we just saw her doing, except I've adjusted it and I've made it more functional and more doable, and I'm remaining down on my knees instead of up in the hover position. If you decide to try this and decide to use a resistance band like me, make sure your band is positioned just above or below your knee and not directly over it. And make sure you go slow and don't rush. So here's the next clip. Remember, this is the second clip that she sent me. This is a group of Beachbody consultants. Just, I guess they're doing a workout together. I don't have a demonstration for this one, but I wanted to show it because I just had a couple things to say about it. So here it is.
You can also just pull back. Stay strong. Alignment is everything. I don't want to take the
So what's strange about this one is that, I mean, they all... I'm assuming one or at least a few people are probably, I don't know, like standing at the front of the room and like leading this workout. But a lot of the people that we see in this clip are doing different things. So it looks like they're in a one-legged downward facing dog and they're kicking that leg up. But some of them are hopping on the other foot. Some of them aren't. I see one girl just doing mountain climbers. I see another girl just doing like kneeling glute kickback. This is why I personally really don't like mass group workouts like this. Don't mistake me, I love group fitness. I've taught group fitness before. They're a lot of fun to teach. I love group fitness. But I've never had a class larger than like 8. In most gyms and most people who teach group fitness, they put a cap on the amount of people that they're willing to let inside of a class. And this is why. So it looks like they're in an event space, like in a hotel, which is fine, but it looks like there's just too damn many people in there doing whatever the hell this is. Like, this is an accident waiting to happen. And on top of that, where is the instructor, like, walking around and helping everyone and making sure that everybody is doing this mating ritual correctly? I don't get it. Let's move on. So this next one, I also don't have a demo for. I just have a few simple words and a simple recommendation. So this looks like a single leg kneeling hip thrust type thing, which is fine. But for some reason, a bicep curl has been added to it. This is another tragic case that we see a lot here on my channel of two good exercises, two good solid exercises that are fine on their own, but then you put them together and then there's kind of like no reason for it. I cannot imagine why someone would need to isolate their glutes and their biceps in the same exercise. I guess maybe you could consider it time saving, but if you have time to like get up and get dressed and prepare for your workout, then I have to assume that you probably have time to do bicep curls and then do your kneeling glute thrusts, hip thrusts. And in that case, would it not be more efficient to separate these two things? Add a couple more exercises and just kind of build yourself a nice circuit. Maybe I'm just yelling into the stratosphere. Maybe none of this matters. Maybe my entire channel is a glitch in the matrix. Maybe I'm just hungry and I'm out of fudge covered Oreos. Yeah, let's go with the latter. Let's move on. All right, so this next one is from the newest Beachbody program, which actually I think, as of filming this, today's March 16th. Yeah, I think it's already premiered, aired, launched. Launched as of today, as of this week. So yeah, it's already out. The newest Beachbody program, 4 weeks for everybody. And this was Autumn Calabrese has been promoting it a lot. So I'm pretty sure she's the one who developed it, because that's usually how it goes with Beachbody. Like if the super trainer is promoting it a lot, then like it's probably them that made it. And for those of you who are not aware, the 4 weeks for everybody is to accompany their nutrition program, the 4-week gut protocol, which just has me internally, I guess more externally, up in arms as a nutrition student. So you guys, I am well aware, okay? I am well aware of it, okay? And I have words to say about it. So yeah, this is an excerpt from, this is a workout from the fitness program. So what's weird about this, aside from all of it, this looks like some sort of weird crunch variation where the goal is to jerk your upper spine as hard as possible. Let's not rule out that that was the goal the entire time, though. This honestly looks painful. If the goal is abdominal training, there's about a million other things you could do instead of this that don't compromise your neck like this. Like I'm assuming this probably does, because that's what it looks like. She's doing a lot of like just jerking her neck up. My goodness. So how about I show you something else you could do for a little bit of ab training. Here's an exercise that's not stupid. So this is a simple and easy exercise, and I don't know exactly what to call it, so you guys name it. So this one, like many quote-unquote abdominal exercises that involve using your legs like this, will fire up your hip flexors, which is not inherently a bad thing, but do understand that the lower abs are not the main emphasis here. That's why I kind of put abdominals in quotations there. But nevertheless, you will still feel your lower abdominals show up to the party. Also, if you have lower back issues, I would skip this one. So this last one is another Autumn Calabrese creation from 9 Week Control Freak. I feel like in this series, I never shut the hell up about Autumn, but I guess I realized that a lot of the newer workouts are her creation. I guess it makes sense that she gets brought up a lot. I picture that Mean Girls cutaway, and Autumn's just like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Here's the thing. Here's the workout.
Open, curtsy, squat. Every time you're in the curtsy, back heel needs to be up. Every time you hit the squat, heel's got to go down. Rest. breathe.
Okay, I watch this and I see this as a great way to increase your chances of severely injuring your knees, ankles, and possibly your hips unnecessarily. And when I say unnecessarily, I mean it's like, obviously it's never necessary to get hurt, but I guess by that I mean it's like when you do shit that's over the top like this, you're exponentially increasing your chances of injury. And I guess that's what I mean by it's unnecessary. Like, why are you making things more dangerous and more complicated when it's not necessary? That's what I mean. Here's something very interesting. On the screen, it says, she has it written that this is Tabata. And I saw that, and I don't know why, but in that moment when I first saw this, it reminded me of a meme shared by, it was shared by some fitness page that I like to follow. And it was like, stop calling every workout Tabata. It was either a meme or maybe it was one of those like holding up a sign, kind of like Dude with a Sign, but like fitness version. I don't know. Either way, it was funny. That's something that I feel like you see a lot. And I'm not trying to talk crap. When I was an inexperienced trainer, I thought if it got your heart rate up, it's Tabata, you know, but I now know that there is a difference. I do not train Tabata and I don't have a super strong familiarity with it. What I do know about Tabata, and I hope I'm saying it right too, because I know we're going to talk about this in a second. It is named after somebody, so I really hope I'm saying his name right. But what I do know about Tabata is that it is a form of interval training with periods of rest and periods of intense work. So in preparation for this video that you guys are watching right now, I had to do some research and I actually learned something along the way about Tabata that I didn't know before. It was named after the person who developed it, and he is a Japanese physician and a researcher in sports science, and his name is, oh my god, Izumi Tabata. God, I hope I said that right. I feel like the ultimate disrespect is to mispronounce someone's name. I mean, I guess if it's done intentionally, then that's very disrespectful. I feel bad when I mispronounce people's names. So I hope I said his name right. So here's something. With Tabata training, these intervals are very specific. It's 20 seconds of high intensity work followed by 10 seconds of rest. And here's a clip I found of the creator of Tabata himself actually stating that.
This training consists of 6 to 7 sets of 20-second exercise with 10-second rest between the exercise sets.
So Autumn has on the screen here, phase 1 Tabata, 10 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. She got it backwards. So not only is this particular exercise that she's demonstrating stupid and dangerous, in my opinion, it's also not Tabata. We could give her the benefit of the doubt and be like, oh, well, it's just an honest mistake, which we all make from time to time, but I have to call her out on this because she calls herself, and she is in this world well known to be a fitness expert. Do I personally consider her a fitness expert? No. I personally don't consider her any sort of authority in the fitness industry. But I have heard her call herself a fitness expert, and she's often referred to by Beachbody as a fitness expert.
You guys, I'm a fitness and nutrition expert. Fitness and nutrition expert.
So I'm just saying, you call yourself a fitness expert and allow other people to call you a fitness expert, but you don't even know what Tabata is. And you guys, reminder, I just disclosed before that I don't have a strong familiarity with Tabata training. All I knew about it was that it is a type of interval training. I know some people are probably going to take it this way, like pissed off people that just don't like that I'm criticizing Beachbody, but they're probably going to take it as me saying, ha ha ha, she's so dumb, she doesn't know what Tabata is, and look at me, I'm so much smarter than her because I know what Tabata is. No. That's not what I'm saying. But I did research for this video. I learned about Tabata and I learned about what it is. And based on what Autumn showed here, this is not Tabata. And I think that that is important to share in this educational video. She calls herself a fitness expert. She doesn't know what Tabata is, and she can't even sit down to research it. She got it wrong, and this exercise is stupid, in my opinion. So basically the good demo is, I feel like I'm going to show you guys the same thing, just without adding a step box to it. Oh, and also, it's not Tabata. As I said, I'm doing the same thing she was just doing. I just removed the step box because I just find it unnecessary. I think it's not really adding enough in the way of like functionality of the overall exercise to make it worth using. And in my opinion, I think it's just increasing injury risk as well. The way she was using it anyway. I'm also not doing it at the same speed as her. I'm taking this super slow. And also keep in mind, I forgot to say this in the video, these can be separated just fine. Sure, this is a unique compound exercise, rolling squats and curtsy lunges into one like this, but you can also separate them just fine too. In conclusion, well, that was a fun time. It's been a few weeks since I've sat down and filmed one of these. I took some time off to focus on some other stuff in YouTube. 3-day refresh video. So let's now all join hands and say our weekly mantra. Just because you buy the starter pack doesn't make you a coach. Fitness coach, nutrition coach, nothing. Bye. And I would also like to add to the super trainers that develop these exercises, I guess this is probably more directed toward like the newer programs, because we know those are like the crazier ones. When you're building a new program that's the next best thing, which I mean, I thought the last program was supposed to be the best thing and solve all my problems and stuff, but you know, they just keep coming out with new programs. They keep saying that this one's going to be the best, this one's the best, this one's the best. Okay, it's almost like they want to keep people on this hamster wheel of continuously buying the next best product over and over and over again. Anyway, when you guys are building these workouts, you know, maybe take a step back, and right after you get done doing a jumping jack, burpee, bicep, curl, tricep, kick pack, squat, deadlift combo, maybe step back and think, wow, is this effective or is this just hard to be hard? And my message to my following, once again, which I'll never stop saying, just because somebody is shredded, just because somebody has a fit physique, that should not be your only prerequisite. That is not a qualification. Just because someone looks the part doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. Like a fitness expert who doesn't know what Tabata is. If in fact you made it to the end of this video, comment Bon Babe. Yeah, because I feel like I look like I'm an Arbonne. Thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you really enjoyed this video and you enjoyed me and want to see more, you should subscribe, because that's what we do around here. Like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye! Hey. Ugh. You gonna let me lay on you? Do you like my hat? He's like, oh my god, call PETA. Thank you. Do you want to say bye? They're all just like really tired this morning. Well, it's the afternoon now, but they're all like just like napping because they had WALKs this morning. Didn't you, Onyx? You were a good boy till you saw that squirrel. Ah! Alright. Oh my god, why are you abandoning me right now? He is totally walking away from me. Oh, I hear somebody coming. Oh, who is that? Hey Zeus, what's up? Bye.